Alright, Sheeple. Another Infinity War. The stupid first season. Alright. So I probably put the semi-auto team because you still have to change the squad. Now there is one turn team. So I think next he has to put it up before whatever. What's exact? Yeah. So but I'm just gonna more explain verbally. It's a similar team. It's pretty much almost same. I slightly have a better stats on the I don't know. Maybe. Do I have better stats on something? Maybe. Maybe. But, I'm just going to go through the algorithm of how it works. So basically, you have 4 phases on this one, and then you have to use a Bioroid on the first turn. Now basically, the whole thing is buff up the 1 unit all the way with the attack buff, and then one-shot it with the single attack. Yeah, basically about 94.94 million HP one-shot. You can do even higher, but you get a max points of. For me, has been 1,032 million 142,843. See that this one, it's all one shot. All right, and then use only 2 teams. Really? Why? Oh, that's a thing move. Oh, because you didn't use it. Oh yeah, okay, sure, why not? Whatever, it doesn't matter. So basically, all you do is you use this one, single team, and then use the buff team, which buffs by 50%. Even though you don't use it, you just bring it because it buffs up the whole thing, the points. And then you want to get at least 25 million per each run to get a maximum rewards. So every ticket will give you this, and this is just cumulative. Once you get it, you don't get it at all. Alright, let's go in terms of team. So for this specific one, you have to use very specific item, very specific stats, very specific things. You cannot deviate any more than what you see, otherwise it won't work. And then you also need to have lots of resources to do this. So if you're don't have a good enough resources, don't do this. Don't ever do this. Just do auto one. That's a lot easier. Even then, that's still harder for the newbies just started. Anyway, you got the Scotty, this all evasion. She will get hit. The whole point is, she counter and then debuff with the first one and the second one. So, and then you need to range it because you need to use second skill, only has a range 1. So, yeah. You could make it 200% affection, but for me, I didn't need to. Anyway, next is Erato, which is one of the algorithm to buff up the unit. Because she scales the damage based on her attack. So she buffs the units based on her stat. So 40%, 5% of her per unit, so maximum 20%. That's not enough though. But for now, the buff link is 50% attack, 382, and a bunch of stats for the speed and the attack buff. Next is Leona, which is there to debuff enemy with this one. With a plus 40% increased damage, and then you get the increase the other unit to do one more turn, basically. So you need her unique and then these items, and basically all the stats are very specific for speed. So there's order it need to work, order the unit need to actually activate, and then that's why this has to be exact. And then 200% affection for both of them. RNGeus. Basically, you have. This is another unit that buffs based on the her attack. So 22% of her unit, and that increase from her attack all maxed out, and then SS rank. and then you need to increase by attack, speed, and attack. So it has to be very specific. And then the reason choice of the item is based specifically for this unit to in a specific order, and then thing. Lastly, Tiamat. So she's the 120 level, affection, 1 HP. That's important, 1 HP. This amount of crit and this specific item. Especially this is required because this one gets most of the buff. One thing it doesn't, it has a chance to make her only act once. So she need to act twice. Basically she attack once and then she attack the second skill at the very end. But if you only attack once, this whole thing fails, but it's fine because you can just go back, not use a ticks, and then go again. So this is the one RNG that you're gonna face. Alright. So this might be deviates from someone else, and then whole setup looks like this. Scotty's there. The reason why she gets evasion because the enemy targets the Scotty. Enemy targets whoever has highest evasion, which is Scotty. And she has enough HP to tank whatever she gets it. And the rest of these just, units like that. Alright? Cool. And once again, this has to be very specific, otherwise you're not gonna get it. Like 200% affection, everything up to the point. And then I'll show you which order it has to go. If you don't have these items, you can kind of work around and play around, see until it works. Alright, so goes here. You choose only 2 teams because you don't need anything else. And start. You need this one to get a 50% buff. It's just worth more than what it does. So order of operation is really important on here. You basically have to go with the Tiamat first. So Scotty doesn't matter. Tiamat, Erato, Leona, and then the Orange 8. This order needs to be exact, and then Orange and 8, every one of them need to attack at least twice. Able to do it twice. Alright, so first thing to check is if Tiamat has got a debuff. Just clicking this first unit, she can't no longer attack the second one, and that's because she got a debuff from her item here. It's 1 round. That's random, so there's nothing you can do about it. Just go back. It doesn't use ticks, so it's fine. So you can just go back, do it again. That's a 1 RNG that this kind of, I don't want to make a new setup because if you change one item, I have to basically set up the whole thing again. So there's other item you can use other than that, but it's too much work. This works. I just have to get RNG through, and it's probably like less than 25 to 20%. Yeah, now she can attack twice, and that's because she doesn't have any debuff. Good. Now everything works. So basically no debuff. She gets the first attack. The first skill. Erato, second. Leona, attack first. Now you see the Leona attack twice, which it needed to be. And then Scotty, attack once, second time. Now Lemonade need to do second 2 passive of the 2 actives of active 2, but it's not possible if you just do this. The way to do it is you put a first active, she gets a second one, change that to the second, and then you can still do it. It's just stupid bug. And then you Leona now do the second active on the the Orange 8, and then Scotty does the second one, and then Orange 8 does the second act passive, and Tiamat to the last one. Alright, so what's going to happen is they Tiamat to the first active. Erato buffs everyone with attack. Leona does the first skill, first active, and then the Scotty does the first active. Orange does the second passive. This one attacks. Scotty get hit, but she counters, so it does another debuff. First attack, and then the Leona buffs the Orange 8, which brings Orange 8 front of the Scotty. Does the second buff, and then Scotty does the second attack, And then finally, Time does the last one. Alright. Let's see in action. First active. Yeah, the enemy attacked twice. It's fine. She can tank it. So first hit is always get hit. Doesn't matter because second hit she can evade. Yep. That's a counter and then her first active. There's a buff. She evades. She counters. That's fine. And the Leona does that. She does second debuff. And then Scotty does the last second active to the end boss. And now you're at the 99,431,832 and one shot. There you go. So log is about about 9,046,000. And then you get exactly same value. It's down to the almost perfect. So there is not much RNG on there. And this is way easier, way faster basically, not easier. Setting up team is such an ass. But this is way faster than doing the auto, which requires at least 4 teams. Like you can see the remnants of the team, which uses the this one missing who? I forget. Kasich. Oh, Scotty, missing Scotty on here, and these are passive and these are So you don't need to use these on anymore. You just need to use these 2, and it's way faster. And then you get because you got the points of 32. Here, yeah, exact same value, every single time, consistent. Consistency always matters. Yeah, so I did the actual original team before, but consistency give you the this rewards, and then you don't have to worry about it too much. And you have about 1 week to go. So I have like a 60 tickets saved. If I do all of them, I got like 480. And then if I get more than 30 of them, I probably get 1,000. I'll probably buy something else. Anyway, that's it for how to do one turn. You can definitely look at the other video, and then you can do that one. Alright? See you later, sheeples.